Welcome everybody to today's GOT16 Round 4 Doug Jones League Daily Recap Podcast, brought to you by the good folks at Bulova. In Boston today in Fenway Park, 1946 to 1950, playing on grass, Miami Goldfish won the first game in extra innings over Plymouth First Comers by a score of 6-3. Winning pitcher was Perry, losing pitcher was Smith. The Fish scored 3 runs in the top of the 10th when Santangelo walked, Lund scored, Locke to third, Jay Barrett to second, Fain walked, Locke scored, Jay Barrett to third, Santangelo to second and Tenace reached on an infield single to third, Jay Barrett scored. In the second game today at Fenway Park before a large crowd of 34,915 under sunny skies, Bert Blyleven pitched a complete game for the home squad to give Plymouth First Comers a 5-1 victory over Miami Goldfish. Losing pitcher was Crowder. The third game in Boston today between Miami Goldfish and Plymouth First Comers under cloudy skies, before a nice crowd of 21,363 was a walk-off victory for the home squad when Enswisher grounded a single between third and short, Elberfeld scored in the bottom of the 10th. Winning pitcher was Righetti, losing pitcher was Lasher. In Philadelphia's Baker Bowl, 1915 to 1919, today, playing on grass, Stonehurst Mighty Seasons lost the first game to Electric Amish by a score of 8-6. Winning pitcher was Kilroy despite giving up 5 runs in 5 innings. Losing pitcher was Sabathia who didn't make it through the 4th. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons got blown out in the second game to Electric Amish by a score of 11-6. Winning pitcher was Farr, losing pitcher was Saucier. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons lost the first game to Electric Amish by a score of 5-0. Winning pitcher was Males, losing pitcher was Leibrandt. In St. Louis today, playing on grass, in the first game in St. Louis today between Green Sand Beach and Bod Game of Thrones before a nice crowd of 36,609 under partly cloudy skies, Johan Santana pitched a complete game for Green Sand Beach but took the loss by a score of 3-2. Winning pitcher was Rommel. In the second game today at Busch Stadium, in a pitcher's duel under partly cloudy skies, Tom Glavine pitched a complete game shutout for Green Sand Beach to give his team a 2-0 victory over Bod Game of Thrones. Losing pitcher was Day. Green Sand Beach lost the last game to Bod Game of Thrones by a score of 5-4. Winning pitcher was Burrell, losing pitcher was Rogers. In Truist Park in Atlanta today, playing on grass, Doug Jonestown Massacre won the first game over Got Bombed Redux by a score of 9-4. Winning pitcher was Leesenby, losing pitcher was Harshman. Doug Jonestown Massacre shut out Got Bombed Redux by a score of 6-0. Winning pitcher was Sewell, losing pitcher was Mulder. Doug Jonestown Massacre got blown out in the last game to Got Bombed Redux by a score of 16-7. Winning pitcher was Ward, losing pitcher was Pruitt. Also in Atlanta today in Fulton County Stadium, playing on grass, Rocket Dogs lost the first game to Baby Got Bat V by a score of 9-4. Winning pitcher was Langston, losing pitcher was Cooper. Rocket Dogs won the second game over Baby Got Bat V by a score of 5-3. Winning pitcher was Ojeda, losing pitcher was Peranoski. Rocket Dogs won the evening game over Baby Got Bat V by a score of 6-2. Winning pitcher was Higbee, losing pitcher was Feller. In Kansas City today in Muhlebach Field, 1937-1942, playing on grass, Hanks A. Lot 6 lost the first game to Kentucky Mules by a score of 5-3. Winning pitcher was Johnson, losing pitcher was Vukovic. Hanks A. Lot 6 won the second game in extra innings in a squeaker over Kentucky Mules by a score of 2-1. Winning pitcher was Plank, losing pitcher was Saito. Pinch hitter Troy O'Leary hit a sacrifice fly to center after Joe Carter hit a triple for the deciding run. Hanks A. Lot 6 won the third game over Kentucky Mules by the lopsided score of 15-3. Winning pitcher was Kramer, losing pitcher was Waddell. Hanks scored 8 runs in the bottom of the second to chase Waddell. Here are the current standings. In the East Division, Kentucky Mules has a record of 52-50 and has a lead over Miami Goldfish, who has a record of 51-51. Plymouth First Comers has a record of 51-51. Hanks A Lot 6 has a record of 47-55. In the Central Division, Rocket Dogs has a record of 51-51 and has a lead over Baby Got Bat V, who has a record of 50-52. Electric Amish has a record of 50-52. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons has a record of 46-56. In the West Division, Bawd Game of Thrones has a record of 59-43 and has a lead over Green Sand Beach, who has a record of 58-44. Got Bombed Redux has a record of 50-52. Doug Jonestown Massacre has a record of 47-55. Here is your GOT16RD4 Doug Jones Injuries Report. For BIC's boys got 16RD4. Bohannon, Brian, out for 16 more days, 15 more games. For Final Failures, Westbrook, Jake, out for 26 more days, 24 more games. For Got Cha-Cha-Cha 4. Drew, JD, out for 11 more days, 10 more games. Here are the current batting leaders. The home run leader is McGuire, Mark from PFC, who has 34. The highest batting average belongs to Jeter, Derek from MGF, who is batting .321. The stolen base leader is Morgan, Joe from DJM, who has 29. The longest hit streak belongs to Jeter, Derek from MGF, who hit in 21 straight. Here are the current pitching leaders. The ERA leader is Burley, Mark from BGO at 3.14. The top game winner is Burley, Mark from BGO, who has 16. The strikeout leader is Waddell, Rube from Art, who has 156. Burley, Mark from BGO, has the most innings pitched at 206.1. The saves leader is Kinder, Ellis from OPC, who has 18. Here is tomorrow's schedule. Baby Got Bat V is at Kentucky Mules in Muhlebach Field, 1937-1942. Doug Jonestown Massacre is at Plymouth First Comers in Fenway Park, 1946-1950. Miami Goldfish is at Rocket Dogs in Wrigley Field, 2017-2021. Stonehurst Mighty Seasons is at Green Sand Beach in Huntington Avenue Grounds, 1901-1905. Got Bombed Redux is at Electric Amish in Baker Bowl, 1915-1919. Bawd Game of Thrones is at Hanks A Lot 6 in American Family Field, 2017-2021. Thanks for listening to today's recap. For the best classic fantasy baseball game on the market, visit imaginesports.com. Good night all, and please listen in tomorrow.
The Whiz Kids had won it, Bobby Thompson had done it, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn, so down on the corner